Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the Mad Mamluks. I'm Mahi and I'm joined by my co-hosts Sheikh Amir Saeed and Sim. On today's show, we welcome a good friend, Sameer Sarmast. Those of y'all know him better as the dude from Sameer's Eats. I think you're like the first halal food vlogger, video YouTube guy. Been around. How long you been doing this, man?
Man, I've been doing this like 2010, so we're on 8 years.
Yeah, so Sameer and I go a little bit back. We met at TDC, the Texas Dawah Convention. Mad Mamluks listeners know about it because we did a lot of shows there this past year, and we linked up. He was renting this yellow Ford Mustang, and he gave me a ride to the airport like 3 a.m, and we almost got killed by a drunk driver.
Right. How long ago was this?
10 years.
Oh, 10 years ago.
After eating at Cat's Deli.
No, I heard you mentioning something about almost getting killed.
Yeah.
People say that all the time. Did you guys really almost get killed?
I mean, this dude was about to T-bone us.
Yeah.
I remember that. It was like middle of the night, and he was...
I remember that. Yeah.
What kind of Mustang was it?
It was a yellow. It was a regular one, the one the rental companies give you.
Oh, okay.
It's not like some Shelby Cobra. Like, we're not talking anything serious.
Right.
So, but yeah, it's still a fun car, though.
Little known fact: Sheikh Hammer's a big gearhead, so
Really?
he could
I act
identify
like I am.
he can
Awesome.
identify cars
like I
by
am.
their motor sound.
Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
I love Harleys.
Really?
I love
Okay. I ride.
V8s,
I
man.
ride. I got a Honda Shadow, not a Harley, but it's funny. My friends who have Harleys always have the most problems with their bikes.
They do.
I'm like, hey man, I know you make fun of me. I got a Jap bike. That they call it.
Honda Shadows are awesome, man.
Right.
One of the funny things is that when we were getting into the religion, and Sheikh Hammer's, before he even got into studies, we kind of had to sit down with him and we talked about his obsession with cars, and we're like,
Yeah.
dude, you're kind of. This is kind of infringing on your religion. Like you talk about cars like they're women,
Yeah,
So my friend used to tell me lower your gaze anytime I was like, he'd be like, we got to give you a detox now.
pretty much, man.
Right. So Sameer, we last connected in New York. We was there over... I was there for Ismail and Noor's wedding. Everyone knows about
Okay.
them getting married and
Yeah. I
stuff.
remember. Wow.
And this guy calls me up. I was in we met up a couple times, but
Yeah.
we had like dinner, and I think you called me at like 11:30. You're like, "Hey man, let's go get pizza." And he takes me
did.
to this place in Hoboken, New Jersey. Hoboken is where Frank Sinatra's from, right?
Yep.
It's like across the river. It's like
Right. It's right on the water.
and like what rents like $3,000
1 square mile town.
on the waterfront.
It's a nice little, and the pizza slice was they had to put on a New York slice on 2 separate plates.
Yeah.
that's how they do it. That's how big the slices
So
are.
the place was Benny Tadino's. Their motto or their slogan is "Home of the largest slice." So,
Okay,
Hey, have you ever had Bachi's, Mahin? Bachi's pizza?
I have not.
That's
because-
Chicago's version of.
That's Chicago's version of New York, but is it? I've never really went to New York and had New York pizza, but I still believe, even though I never had it, I still believe Chicago pizza is the best.
I'm actually in New York, so like there's a place by me called Brooklyn Halal. These guys love.
Yeah.
And after that New York trip, I can't eat Brooklyn Halal anymore.
Why
like
not?
it's lame.
That's lame.
Oh, is it?
Even though the Brooklyn Halal, you can get like the halal pepperoni and sausage and stuff. It's like, but it's not the floppy. It's like
Wait, where? It's by your house?
It's by my house.
Here in Illinois.
here in Illinois.
So why would you eat there? A place called Brooklyn Halal in Illinois just doesn't
and
sound
it's spelled
right.
Brooklyn with an I instead of a Y.
That's even more like what? I for India? Like,
But like, so
get outta here.
East Coasters. I remember
Yeah.
we were talking to I was like, I don't know, Alex from Alex Lajos from Safina's. Always like,
Alex.
he's always like, you guys have it's more like a quiche.
Yeah.
Dude,
I know they all call it a quiche or
Casserole.
someone called it a lasagna with like encased. I don't know.
Encased in dough.
Yeah, exactly. Like there were people hating on my Instagram. You know,
But between the two, like
up?
you probably have an appreciation for Chicago deep dish
I
at
do.
some level.
Of course.
what did you think about Luz though?
Luz is great. That's a great option, man. Like I had that last night. I touched down. This is what happened. I touched down. I go to my sister's place. They got Luz already on the counter. Of course, I had the thin and I had a deep dish. So
Yeah.
had a
Actually,
little
I've
bit
never
of-
had a thin at Lou's. How's it?
It's good. It's pretty good. Yeah.
But comparing thin crust to thin crust from New York to Chicago, I still like our Chicago. It's just that the New York thin crust is just just really thin, and it's like.
Can I be honest? I don't even eat thin crust. Like, regardless, New York, whatever. I just want a New York regular slice. And my go-to spot in New York is Joe's Pizza. It's very popular. It was featured on Spider-Man. It was in the movie. Diddy goes there. Actually, recently he put on his story where he walked there with his sons. He bought like the fireman pizza. It's a great pizza spot. I take all my friends who visit. Unfortunately, we were on a time crunch. You wanted to do it like something close, right? So we went to Benny's.
Yeah.
But if you had more time, because dude, this was like 11:30. He just got back from like touring NYC.
Right.
The last thing I wanted to do was drag this guy out, and then kill like an hour of your sleep.
Right.
So,
and I think the thing is, it was like you don't want to pay a $20 toll to get into the city either.
Yeah, but dude, we do it, man.
You do it all the time. I was like, yeah, no big deal, right?
I know it becomes normal. That's the thing. When you have the Easy Pass and you guys have the iPass, it's just you don't think about it, right? But when the bill comes or they're like hitting you up saying beep beep, you gotta delete your you gotta reload your thing, and and when you go through the toll, sometimes it'll say unpaid, and they hit you with the ticket.
Yeah.
So you just have to explain that you are a customer and blah blah blah. Fill out paper.
So explain this. You live in New Jersey, and you sometimes work in Manhattan, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't. I go there for meetings for work sometimes, but I don't actually work in Manhattan. I cover Jersey. I cover a territory in Jersey. I'm a professional financial advisor, a vice president from a major financial firm. So I do that. That's my 9-to-5 gig.
Okay. So, but this toll, this is how crazy it is.
Oh, yeah, that toll is insane.
It's 15. Was that $15?
$16 if you're
one
not
way.
Easy. One way.
The one-way $16 toll.
Yeah.
Like the most expensive toll we have in Chicago is the $4,
right?
The $5 Skyway toll if you go to Indiana.
Yeah, and that's to go into the city. But if you're coming back, there's no toll.
Okay.
So if you really want to think about it, it's like $8 each way.
Yeah.
But if you're an Easy Pass customer, the discount's $2, so it's $14.
I got you.
And then they got the carpool discount.
So let me ask you, what are you in town for this weekend?
For the I Heart Halal Festival.
Astaghfirullah. A lot of people are really upset with that festival.
Yeah. I know, and I've heard it, but hey, it's not my festival. I'm just there to do a job.
That's awesome. And you said you were a part of some competition or something, or
so I hosted my first one there today. It was called Top Halal Chef. We had 4 contestants. Normally when I do these events, like when I did at my Halal Food Tour, it's a live like Iron Chef style cooking, but due to the limitations and the venue's rules and whatnot, I had the contestants prepare the food at home, plate it there, and then present it to the judges.
I see.
And we gave them an opportunity to reheat the food and stuff in an oven if they needed to. So it was really fun. It was really like awesome time. I haven't attended any of the other events that they were putting on because I was busy just focused on mine. But from what I saw, like we had a great turnout at our, and today was packed. The whole place was packed.
Very nice.
I mean, it was a great festival. Like a lot of families came out.
Food will unite people.
What was the winning dish?
Oh yeah, so it was desi food, and you know what? I can't remember exactly what it was, but because the way we did it, it was an appetizer round, and then the main dish, and then dessert, and then they tallied up the score for all 3 categories. And so the grand total, they pretty much, we did the math, and everybody agreed on, the consensus, based on their numbers, who the winner was. And
okay, so everybody makes the full course meal?
Yeah. And then we do the 3 rounds.
Okay.
They present appetizer. So, one person might have been great in this, that, but the most weight was on the main dish. That was 50 points. Mm-hmm. Appetizer and dessert was 25 points. That was.
And what was the winning main dish? You can't tell us?
Honestly, I don't even recall. Like, I was so in my zone just hosting the thing. Because I was hosting. I wasn't judging.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't a judge.
I see.
I was hosting it.
I was picturing you like Gordon Ramsay and just like.
Yeah, no, I was just doing my thing on the stage. No. But let me tell you, all of them did really well, man. Like, I felt really bad. One of the contestants, she was crying.
Wow.
Because she didn't win, yeah.
Holy cow!
We had to. I had to
get her a
send the
therapist?
sisters. Yeah, pretty much. I think so. But
Sameer
no, man,
Sameer moving in on the kill.
I actually, I really enjoyed it. I tried her food. It was really, it was good. But I don't know what the judges saw, and hey, they made their decision based on that. But everyone did a great job. There was a brother. His name was Asif. We had one male contestant, and he did such a great job too.
Of course, his men are the best chefs.
Exactly. So Bichara, good guy. Whatever. Everyone did an awesome job. The winner got a $50 gift card to ABT Electronics. Did I say it right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably
they're not
a local.
They're not a sponsor, so
Right.
we don't care if you get it right.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So, whatever.
ADT.
So that was ADT. Yeah.
Home security system.
Brother, we don't need ADT. We have Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. By the way, that was a true Jummah.
I can tell. I can tell.
That couldn't have been made up.
That could have been made up.
So going back to 2010, when you started,
man.
because you weren't doing Sameer's Eats when we first met.
No.
What was the idea behind it? Like, what triggered that? You going into that? You've got a pretty good night. Pretty good gig
Yeah.
to pay the bills.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like most of us, right? We have a passion, and a lot of us, either pursue it or some of us just dream about doing something. So what I did was I actually said, you know what? Hey, man, food's my passion. And the reason is my whole family, they're foodies. My parents, my mother being an amazing cook, Hyderabadi biryani, you can't top that. So, and it's not that my mom just cooks Hyderabadi. She cooks everything else.
Is your mother Hyderabadi? Do you mind me asking?
Yeah, she's
Awesome.
Hyderabadi. So,
Represent.
yeah, man, represent, bro.
Represent.
Hyderabadi power. But she makes all kinds of food, Moroccan food. She's very hands-on. Like she'll dig up recipes. She loves Rachel Ray, Giada. She watches them, and she was like, I surprised her with with tickets to the Food Network Festival, and I took her there, and she met her favorite chefs.
Oh wow!
And then we took a picture with them, so she was so happy. I mean, it was a priceless moment. So
it runs in the family. That's awesome.
Yeah, it runs in the family. We're foodies. So, my idea now, Shahid Amanullah, who you may or may not know, he started Zavia.com, right? He's a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
Shahid, so we met up, and I liked the concept of, it was our halal Yelp, right? And the only thing that was running through my mind was, wow, wouldn't it be amazing if we could see what the place looks like? At that time I'm thinking, well, yeah, that's a good halal spot. People write about it. They make their reviews. But when I show up with my sister, maybe I don't want to bring her in there because it's like a cabbie joint, and it's just going to be awkward and make her feel uncomfortable, or whatever, your wife,
Right.
So I'm like, it'd be cool if you could sense the vibe of the place before going there, right? So like you do the video, quick photos, videos of the place, and you see what you're getting into, before going there. Because a lot of people want to know. Is this a family?
It's happened to me before. I've actually walked into a cabbie joint with my wife, and
It's
it
just
was incredibly awkward.
Hyderabad
What was it? Hyderabad House?
You know Hyderabad House,
No, dude, Devon. I went there for chai, man.
The chai is awesome.
but-
The ambiance is just something else.
I don't know, man. I was like, where's the bathroom in the back? Look at the
Don't
outside
even
there.
go there, dude.
No.
Don't even go to the bathroom. Go to Hyderabad House. Don't
No,
go to the bathroom.
absolutely not. But
So before you how did you know you were going to start Sameer's Eats? Was it just like one time you recorded it and you're like, you know what? Or did you plan and then you just had a game plan or what?
So funny or sad, I don't know, however you want to look at this. We all know NAK, right? Noman Ali Khan.
Mm-hmm.
So
My
he was in town, and it was like it was probably my second time meeting him, and I said, you know what, it'd be cool if we shot an episode with him at a halal restaurant. And it's funny, I'm talking about this because about 3 days ago, the raw footage of that just resurfaced on my hard drive. Like I was going through my external hard drive and I just randomly found it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh wow, I got this footage, from like my first unofficial episode. Yeah. So we started with like a few guys, we had ideas, this whole like guideline for the show, but it was just too drawn out and long, and the guy who filmed it, Bilal Khan, was like, "Here's the raw footage. It's just too much work." And just handed me the stuff, and he was a good friend of mine. You know Bilal?
I know Bilal.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, the one at TDC, the one.
TDC. That's.
Oh yeah.
What's his last name?
He's Nihal's brother. You know Nihal?
Nihal Khan.
With a Nadwa?
Head shave.
Yeah, head shave.
Yeah. I was just with him over the weekend.
Bilal who?
Shout out Nihal.
Bilal Khan. He's does the Al Maghrib.
He does the videos.
Cameraman.
Oh.
That's when Sheikh Waleed's like, "Yo, they gotta change up those videos, man. It's enough of this, like the so sad and depressing music."
The vocals, the acapella.
Vocals. Well, no, Bilal did a lot of the beatboxing and stuff for that.
Okay.
Yeah,
did he
it
really?
was him. Yeah, the whatever you heard in those videos.
You say this does not contain musical instruments.
Yeah. That was him.
The disclaimer.
Leech on Films. That was his thing, right?
Right.
So we filmed it, and it didn't go anywhere. Then a friend of mine, Saad Malik, who's my boy, like my little bro, we're still riding, he's a day one. We met up at a barbecue, out of all places, at someone's house. I think it was one of these Al Maghrib kids' houses, and we're chatting, and they heard that I was trying to do this food show, this halal food thing, and so he goes, "Hey man, like I got a camera, I got another guy who's my partner. Let's get together, and why don't we shoot an episode? Just kick it off and see where it goes." I said, "Sure, why not?" We partnered up. There was another guy involved. I won't mention his name. Who was part of that company that was doing the filming and editing and stuff. Shot our first video at Kebab Paradise in Lake Hiawatha, New Jersey. Shout out Kebab Paradise, because they're still rocking with me. I still rock with them. Great people. We shot the video. Put it out. Kebab Paradise, the owner calls me and goes, "Yo, man, we've had like 50 customers come in saying we want what Sameer had in that video."
That's awesome.
We're like, wow, there's something to this. Let's do the next one. So we just started doing this, out of pocket. No one's paying us nothing.
It's your passion, dude.
Yeah.
It's your
Same
passion.
here.
You don't care about the money.
Just like TML.
Yeah. That's it, man. So we went, and then we started, and we just started growing from there,
And I think that mindset is what a lot of young Muslims need in the West, UK, America. They have to realize, like, you're not going to get paid for this stuff. You got to just do it for the love of it.
Yeah. That's what it is. And most people, like, they'll start something and give up, right? I've come to a point where sometimes I'm like, you know what? Let someone else do it. But there's no one else really doing it.
Yeah.
Everyone's on Instagram taking a picture of what they ate.
Yeah.
But there's no real personalities out there, you know, like out there in front of a camera. Because a lot of people are shy. They're camera shy. You know, they don't.
Yeah.
They don't have that. They're good with just taking the photo and then they just put it on their Instagram and, hey, here we go.
Yeah.
It's aesthetic.
I mean, I do that too, but at least with me, I'm sorry. At least with me, I try to like make it entertaining. It's a form of entertainment. So.
But as far as like, and I don't mean pickiness in a bad way.
Absolutely.
Like when you taste food,
right?
Is there a certain level of taste you have because you're so used to, having basically a food connoisseur?
I'll give you an examples just so a lot of people can get some context because
so
like people say like, oh Sim, I realized you don't eat any snacks or potato chips and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, because I like to use my calories for the good stuff,
right?
And yes, that is part of our privilege, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, living in the West and having the best foods available to us in the history of man, right? Kings 1,000 years ago would not have access to the food that we've had.
True.
No,
that's very true.
And this is for like middle class families.
You're right.
Sure.
Yeah, it's insane.
Sure.
But not even on that health reason. I'm talking about as far as taste and flavor
and stuff. So like, let me do so when we did the show, our objective really for the show was to highlight top halal eateries. So people say, hey, Sameer, how come you don't give a bad review? I was like, well, I'm not wasting my time with bad restaurants. In fact, that should be motivation for them to step up their game. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, we're limited in resources. Why am I going to go put the guy on camera and then, rag on him? I'm not Gordon Ramsay.
Right.
Yeah.
And then our people, like, they're just going to eat you alive with that. They're like, oh, brother, astaghfirullah, why did you say that? You should, conceal his sins. And I'm like, yo, man, like, I ain't got time for that.
No, so your main point was to promote halal eating. That's what that was. That's awesome.
Exactly. And people who do it right. And when I mean right is not just the food. I'm talking about customer service.
Yeah.
You got to treat your customer right.
Of course.
If you're going to go out there and, you know, just cheat people and lie and just kind of like, you know, like you get that vibe with certain restaurants. Yeah. You go in, like, they give you the old food or something.
Yeah,
Just,
1 week old biryani.
Yeah, and then they're like...
That's
and then they're like, brother,
man.
you don't come to my restaurant. Like, yo, because honestly, man, it sucks.
But do you find yourself, because you're such a foodie, do you find yourself kind of picky with food sometimes? Like,
I do.
It has to be very flavor, a certain type of
flavor.
flavor.
You
have your eggs
you
a
just
certain
get
way.
used to, like, the certain... So, like, I'm in Jersey, and, you know, you may think we have a lot of options. We do. I'm not going to say we don't. Alhamdulillah, we're blessed. You know, we have a lot of resources, halal resources, meat, you know, farms and stuff. So we get that, but I just get sick of it, man. Like, it's just this, because I only go to the ones I really like.
That's awesome.
And I do try out new ones.
Yeah.
You know, I do try out new ones. I give them a chance. You know, if they screw up a couple times, I just don't go back. And you know, I mean, they know it. They know it. I voice my opinion to them. I tell them, look, this is what happened on this day. This is what happened on this day. This is what, so I'm sorry. Like, your wings are good, but I don't know about the other stuff. I was getting bones in my, like, chicken. So, like, while I was eating. So
I remember one of the clips I was watching of yours. You had the it was a soul spot.
Yeah, yeah.
The
in Brooklyn.
Yeah, soul food.
Mm.
Right?
Shout out Chef Yisi. Yeah, Yisi.
I didn't get a chance. I'm sorry, I didn't get a chance to watch the whole episode. What's the name of the Senegalese restaurant that we went to?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Right?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yeah,
It's in Chicago.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
on the south side.
But was that guy? Where was he from? Like, he had a really cool accent.
I believe he's Jamaican.
Was he Jamaican?
Oh, Jamaican Muslim guy.
I actually thought he was Senegalese. Almost sounded like a Senegalese accent.
Yeah, Chef Yahya Cisse.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
But that
he's
food
a good
looks
brother.
so
man.
good. I was
yeah,
like, wow.
yeah. It's a good spot. Late night spot. You know, definitely. You know, where are you gonna get a halal jerk chicken?
You know, halal soul food. I wish we had some of that in Chicago.
Yeah,
dude.
man.
That's
Yeah,
crazy. Yeah.
They do oxtails. I haven't jumped into that, but Aman Ali, like, he loves their oxtails. You know, he just eat that up, man.
Best halal spot in Chicago.
Best halal spot, man. You got options here. You got options.
You think you're better in Jersey?
No, man. You have more variety here. I think, you know. It's,
I mean,
or it might be because I'm just used to all the restaurants in New Jersey.
Well,
you know?
okay, I would include New York City too, right? Because New York City, you got
New
like
York
Yemen
City,
Cafe. You
yeah.
got that's what people talk
We've got
about.
options, man.
Honest chops.
Yeah, the burger.
Yeah.
Shout out Khalid Latif. Yeah.
I don't know if you got a burger like that in Chicago. That Honest Chops would give you
Like, what are we talking about? The beef or the lamb burger?
the beef.
The beef burger? Yeah, I don't know. So last night I was at the Burger Lounge. That was a good burger. What I would like
In Chicago,
in Chicago, yeah, it's where was it's in Naperville.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, I look at burgers in two different ways, right? You have the burger where you're actually eating the burger for the burger patty, right? And you're tasting the meat. You get to really sense if it's a good burger, right? Then you have the burger where it's loaded with a bunch of crap, right? It's just like cheesesteaks going on there, bacon, French fries, a whole nine,
eggs,
and everything, right?
Also, you
It's
don't like
like
the pile
loaded.
up. You don't like the pile up.
No, I don't mind it. I don't mind it, but then you don't really get the real taste of the patty.
I see what you're
You
saying.
get what I'm saying?
Of course.
Because now you masked it.
Yeah.
So sometimes it maybe, you know, I say maybe I should just have the burger by itself without everything, you know. But when I walk into a place, I go, "What's your most popular burger?" If it's a first time or item, and they'll be like, "Oh, the people love this one." All right, that's what we'll order. That's how it goes.
Did you have
on.
what did you have at the
the Burger Lounge?
Yeah.
It was called the Babu or the Baba, not Babu.
Because they have something. They have their biggest burger. I don't know if you saw it. It's like, I think it's like $18 to $20. It's called the Harambe, and it's all their meats. It's all their meats on one burger.
No, I didn't see that.
They have whoever finishes it and beats the record. I think it was like 2.5 minutes. When you finish it, you get a free. But
no, I mean, great guys. I had the opportunity to meet the brother. There was a set of twin brothers, and then there was another. Mashallah, great guys, awesome guys. Really wished them a lot of success.
Pool table there too. I remember
pool table. Like we got there around like 11. My cousin Perwiz. After I had the Lou Malnati's, we went over there. You know.
Oh wow.
I did a double hitter that night. There last night. Yeah, I don't know what night it is.
You know, one thing is that I think in Chicago, man, I don't know. I think the burger game is a little weak because we have lots of options of a lot of halal food, but none of it. I don't see is like
It's a lot of
unless if
desi
you
food,
go
right?
to like a steakhouse like Prime and Provision,
where
where they have like halal
where you're paying
steak.
like $110.
Yeah, halal steaks.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
right.
it's not really a Muslim joint, right? They have
No,
halal
it's not a
food there.
halal restaurant.
Yeah, it's not a halal restaurant.
Right.
Yeah,
that's
it's a
the
halal
thing.
option there.
Right.
Right, but so I don't know. Chicago just seems like they have
You know,
tons of restaurants,
yeah.
but nothing is like really superb quality. Like
Yeah.
Sim's
Sure.
brother and Sim, these guys are awesome cooks. And like Sim's brother, I still say this to any barbecue that I went to. Out of all the barbecues that I went to, the best barbecue burger I ever had, that his brother made it. Right?
Wow.
Yeah, yeah,
Awesome, man.
yeah.
Where's my invite, bro? Like, I gotta get on this.
Well, I tell people like Hasib Noor, who's one of our friends, student in Medina, I think, or he just graduated.
Is that he's a sheikh, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he follows me or I follow him. Yeah, I've seen
Yeah,
his stuff.
so he asked me, he came
On
to
Instagram.
Chicago the first time.
Yeah.
He's like, where's the best halal place in Chicago? And I was like, Saqib Shafi's house.
Saki Muslim eater. Yeah. He's told me about his burger, man.
No, because he made
Actually, he's got a pretty killer burger. Too.
his burgers better than any burger I've eaten in Chicago.
Yeah.
For halal, and he made a sausage deep dish once.
Wow.
It was ridiculous.
All right,
but
Saqib. I'm sorry, I haven't been there yet. But he's
Invite him,
been telling
Saqib,
me.
invite him.
No, he's invited me. It's my fault because I'm always on a time crunch. That's why it's like 11 o'clock here, and I'm sitting with you guys because we squeeze it in.
Well, the thing with a burger is that it's not very complicated, and people complicate it thinking that they're going to add these spices and stuff like that.
It's very simple.
It's very simple.
It's just like salt and pepper. That's how simple
You just
it
got to
is.
get some decent meat that has like the right proportion
The right
of fat.
cuts. Yep. Mhm.
And I think it's shoulder meat is what,
Yeah,
what a lot of people prefer.
I mean, I'll do like chuck. I'll do some ribeye, some brisket. Nice. Yeah, I'll go to my Turkish butcher, and I'll tell him what I want, like my proportions.
Yeah, I recently just started. I know from Fatima brand, your cousin Ali, he's the one who told me, he's like, when you go to Mediterranean, tell them you want 50% chuck, 50% steak meat.
Right.
But the other thing where Desi's massacre burgers, we wash the heck out of our khima, bro.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's
that's
silly.
why it destroys it.
That destroys it. No,
and then we try to
they because they don't want. Apparently, there's this thing from India that a lot of people inherited from their parents or something. To wash the ground beef after you get it from the butcher because they don't want like blood in there. By the way, that's not blood. It's something else that. But anyway, what you just want to do is just take that patty after you got the right cuts in there, and you just put salt on there,
absolutely,
and you just smash the heck out of it. That's why it's called Smash Burger.
Yeah,
literally, the owner of Smash Burger went on YouTube and showed everyone how to make the perfect burger, and yet still people have this big mystery around the perfect burger. No. And right after that, you pick your favorite bun. Go to your favorite grocery store and get the right buns.
Yeah, I do potato rolls. That's my thing.
Potato rolls.
Right?
Potato buns. Yep. That's it, man.
Okay. Well, you never answered Sim's question. Do you have a number? Do you have a favorite halal spot in Chicago?
So, do I have a favorite halal spot? So, if I come here, I try to go to Mr. Brost, the chicken joint in Lombard.
Fantastic, man. They're the few people who get chicken right.
Yeah. I love them.
I will hold my tongue.
Me too. Have you been to Poro's Perry?
So I've been there. Shout out Sheikh Hamza Maqbool for his people.
He's been out with us 3 times so far.
Dude, let me tell you, I took my aunt, who's Caucasian, my aunt Carol. It was my dad's brother's wife. My dad's brother passed away in 2014, my uncle. So, I when I visit, I make sure I see my aunt. And, I was very tight with my uncle. So I take her out to pick her up. So we went to Porto's, actually. And so I'm just eating there and a bunch of... I think it was after Juma. I went to IFS to Juma, picked her up, Schaumburg, and then we went over. And there was some brothers there, the after Juma crowd, right? And they're walking. They were just I think I went up to pay, and the cashier, the guy he goes, "Oh, it's taken care of." I'm like, "What's he talking about?
Wow,
who?" And then they pointed to the brothers and their thobes and the dopies and stuff. So I was like. I went over to them like, yo, who are you? Why'd you do it? Because I don't know any of them. It's weird. It was strange to me. They're like,
is this at the Schaumburg location or Villa Park location? Do you know?
It would have been Schaumburg.
Schaumburg.
The
it was in the shopping plaza.
Yeah, because Villa Park. So is it closer to IFS or closer to Schaumburg?
Closer to Schaumburg.
Roselle. Okay, he went on Roselle.
Yeah, I think it was Roselle. Yeah, that's the one. So you pull in, it was like a big strip mall and whatever,
Taco
right?
Bell.
Yeah. So
Sheikh Amr's been there one too many times.
No, I love it. I love the food, and I'm pleased to say they're opening in Jersey too.
Oh,
Porto's is.
Porto's is. They franchised out, and then someone we know, a family friend, a very close family friend, they bought into the franchise. They're opening in Saddlebrook, New Jersey. So going back to like real quick, like what happened there, and I go, who are you? Why'd you pay? They're like, oh, we're with the Sheikh Hamza Maqbool's crew. He would be upset to know that one of his friends came into town, and we didn't take care of him or show our hospitality. I was like, I shot off a tweet to him, and then he's like made a dua for whoever that was. I think his name was Hamza too, the brother that.
Okay,
it may be Hamza Warsi.
Maybe, I don't know. Might have been.
Did
you and Hamza go way back?
They had some Jordans.
I don't know. He was wearing a thobe and
Hamza Warsi's get up as a thobe and some limited Jordans.
And I was like, I was gonna take a photo. He's like, no, I don't do pictures. So I said, all right, fine, whatever. And I was gonna tweet Hamza.
You and Hamza Maqbool go way back from Jersey or what?
So Hamza Maqbool comes into Jersey to give his talks at the masjid. So obviously, like many of these shayuk and friends, anybody who comes in to New York, New Jersey, usually hits me up. No matter what school of thought you are or whatever, because I get along with everybody.
Food unites people, brother.
That's it, bro. Like, you could be a Sufi, a Salafi, a Deobandi, whatever Bundy, hey, we're cool, man. Like, we're Muslim, so
like
that's how we are as well over here. But we end up not being part of anyone's team. We're kind of like the bastard stepchild that everyone's like, they're good, but
they
brought that one guy on that don't like him.
Hey, exactly. He went to you know what? And to be honest, I don't care. You know what? Like me for who I am.
Good for you.
Whatever. And I get along with everybody, man. Like, Al Maghrib, we go way back. I've done Ilm Fest. I've hosted for them, and so
your brother ran Durba.
My brother ran Durba. Yeah. My brother was there. He was the
chapter
Emir
out there,
of New Jersey, right? And before he went off into his medical career, and then but yeah, man, everyone's been cool. Zaytuna, shout out everybody, man.
Yeah. So Porto's your number one then in Chicago?
I wouldn't. I mean, it's up there. It's a chicken joint.
It's hard for you to pick one then, right?
It's always gonna be hard because. You have multiple plates. Like Zach's, I love the ribs there.
Fantastic.
The ribs, man, if that was like close by, I would have been like, let's go to Zach's.
I thought about picking it up, but I was like, it's going to get cold.
And it's going to be messy.
It's like 25 minutes from here.
Yeah, okay. Well, the next time.
How long are you here till?
Monday evening.
Okay.
Yeah. So tomorrow I got an event at 11 in the morning, or actually 12, but I got to get there by 11. And then I'm going to grab... like dinner with like some of the team, the culinary team there,
Good, man.
Do you have a number one halal spot in the country though?
Like your go-to, like someone wakes you up.
You don't have that,
yo.
Because I actually have one. So I'll tell you.
Go ahead.
So like, first of all,
it's hard for me because
the best place that you recommended that I've been to, is Bang Sang Thai in San Francisco.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it just shut down.
What?
Yeah. I posted a picture of me, Imam Zaid, and the owner, the brother that owned the place, and someone commented they just shut down.
Why? They had rats or something?
Nah, man. I don't. Maybe they got old.
Wait, is that Chinese? What is it? Thailand?
It's like Thai food.
Thai
dude.
food.
Oh,
Okay,
halal Thai food. That's insane.
So the guy, his wife is Thai. The dude is a white, like Afghani Pashtun looking dude.
Yeah.
Like he's a white guy that was raised in Afghanistan. Speaks Urdu. It's like, man,
that's insane.
It's on my
It's a Caucasian
Instagram.
guy. It's a Caucasian dude. Okay.
Yeah, man.
So have you been to Hot Walk, the Chinese
No, I
halal
haven't.
place? It's literally behind my house,
Really?
like
Okay.
a minute away.
We should have got that actually.
We should have taken you there.
No,
Oh my
I
God.
asked. Look,
How
I
long? Is
asked
that
him,
good?
what are the
Oh, I
options
never
here,
even
bro?
I completely forgot about that spot, 'cause
It's a halal Chinese place, and in my opinion, it's the best Chinese in Chicago.
Well,
Is it like
halal
a
Chinese.
fusion or?
Okay, so there is a little bit of fusion.
Okay.
There's some they have some chicken pakoras or whatever.
Right.
That. But
Yeah, look at that guy.
in my opinion, okay. By the way, if anyone's going to Hot Walk, they have a Miller Lite sign outside. I don't know if that's a problem for you, but everything is supposed to be halal outside of that.
I thought you said white. I thought he just looked like he was white. That's a full-fledged white dude.
No, it's a white dude. He rocks the shalwar kameez with the what do you call that hat?
The Afghan hat.
The Afghan hat, right?
Everyone knows what you're talking about.
Sim wears that hat when he goes to
Yeah,
Saudi.
so Sim and I.
You see this dude?
So Sim and I, we went to Oops. Lost it. But show me after the show.
You went to Hajj?
No, Sim and I know. We went into New York. We were in New York for January. We went to that place, Tangri place.
Tungra.
Yeah.
Tungra Fusion.
In
Queens.
In Queens.
Yeah.
I think Chang's was better. I don't know what you thought.
I thought it was a pretty good place, but I would still say Chang's is better.
Because I saw Tangra on that Fung Bro. You watch Fung Bros?
Yeah, I've seen them.
See, I like Fung Bros too for food. So
Yeah.
they did one special on Bengali food, and I'm Bengali, and Bengali food sucks. All right,
That's a good Bengali food.
I mean, how much fish you gonna eat, bro?
No, it's because when I was in 5th grade, bro. Like the fish bones are like razor thin, and I got stuck in my tongue for a week.
Oh, get
yeah.
outta here.
So
It's like I got some PTSD from that.
So you know what? Just exactly what you said. People ask me, "Oh, do you eat fish?" I actually recently started eating fish at high-end restaurants. Like, so for instance, if I go out with whoever, and there's no halal option, I'll order. If I see a Chilean sea bass, I'll order that because it's almost like chicken. Like, it's so smooth. There's no bones, nothing. So story, my mom, she would cook fish, and when I was young, same thing. A bone got stuck. I choked on a bone. Ever since then, I do not eat any fish that's like homemade. It was a traumatic experience. So when my mom makes it, oh, no bones. I'm like, no, you made it. I don't want it. Like, it's crazy. That's the only thing I don't eat. I may have tasted it, but I just don't eat it. It's like, oh, I'll get you a mahi burger, frozen. No, I don't want it. But if I go to some fancy schmancy restaurant, I'll drop $40 on a fish because that's all I can eat. Oh, salmon,
Yeah.
So not a Bang Sang is. So actually, my favorite halal spot in the country was not Bang Sang. It's actually Tom's Barbecue. Now, I don't think you've been there, right?
I have not. Sheikh Yasser Qadi has been begging me, like, and I think I recently just saw him, and he was like, "Yeah, you've been saying it for 8 years. You're coming. Like, you ain't coming, bro." He's like, "By this time, I'll probably move on to my next thing."
Memphis is worth it just for go to Tom's. I think.
So I spoken to the owner. They said, "Yo, we'll shut down the restaurant if you come with the camera crew and stuff. We'll do it big, So I was like, "All right, cool." But again, you look at the flights and you look at, and then a couple of my friends are like, "Oh, let's do a road trip." I'm like, "Man, I don't want to be stuck in a car for 18 hours or whatever it's going to take."
New York
to
Memphis.
Get out of here, man. Like, that's just not my style anymore. Maybe it was when I was a kid, but now it's like, yo, man, what's the quickest way to get there and out of there? Because of work, right, and just other obligations.
Right.
I don't spend too much time that, like here, I'm in Chicago. I took Monday off. That's about it. I was contemplating taking Tuesday off too. I was like, screw it, because it was too much to change it and stuff. Rent a car, all this stuff. It would cost you another couple $100 just to do that.
Exactly.
Forgot about it.
Before we wind down here, 'cause we got food coming.
Yeah.
Obviously, most halal restaurants though aren't the healthiest. Let's be real, right?
Nope, they're not.
So
who eats to stay healthy?
Yeah, exactly.
No, America, dude.
But you were doing this for 8 years.
Yeah.
It kind of caught up to you. Do you think?
Talk
about that.
Yeah. It caught up to me, and I know you said we're winding up, but we're cool. We keep going.
Okay.
We're good, man. It caught up to me in ways that I never imagined. So, I had kidney stones that just started to appear out of nowhere. There's the two main kind, right? There's the oxalate, which is pretty much, people will say, "Oh, you're not drinking enough water," right? That's fine. That's part of what it was, but the main reason, it was a uric acid stone. That's the kind of stones I was developing.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying one stone. There were multiple stones. I had so many visits to the outpatient OR and going in and out. One of my best friends is a urologist, so alhamdulillah, like, he was able to kind of like help me navigate this whole world of urology and figure this out. And then one of the biggest things happened was I got a 3-centimeter stone. Not millimeters, centimeters.
Wow.
Which is the size of like a golf ball.
Well, first of all, for those who have not experienced a kidney stone, I think
painful.
most people, it's probably the most painful.
Aside from, they say it's from child labor.
It's more painful than child labor, I think, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So I gotta say, that's true, but I didn't experience the pain like other people have. Like
Alhamdulillah.
I've lucked out because what happens is the stones were getting caught in a certain area, and they wouldn't make it to the area that would cause the pain. I was catching them pretty early.
That's awesome.
So they were able to go in. They put a stent in, okay, and I'm not gonna be graphic to you know where. And,
we're okay even if you do, but
yeah. Though
You're gonna get Maheen excited.
So-
No, me either. He'll have a lot to talk about.
Yeah,
But one thing I have a question is: Isn't it true that kidney stones aren't always food related though?
they're not. They're not. And again, it goes back to like water. It could, but for what happened with me was, they had to test it and see like kind of what kind of a stone. So they said it was high consumption of red meat.
Oh, really?
Well, it's a uric acid stone. So what are the sources of that? Uric acid comes from consumption of high purine foods, which red meat falls into that. Seafood falls into that. Shellfish and things of that sort. And it's not even red meat, even just poultry, even.
I see.
So I went to I went to another a doctor who did like a whole workup. They were like the urologist referred me to another doctor, nephrologist, right? And he pretty much did the testing and gave me like a diet, a strict thing to follow.
I see.
And then they prescribed me. My urologist prescribed me for potassium citrate. It's it levels out your pH in your urine. So, because what was happening is the high uric acid would turn to stones.
Wait, so how did they get rid of the 3 centimeter?
So this is the only way. They go through your back. So going back to that time, which was that was in October. Yeah, October. So mid-October, they stented me. I went on a family trip. We were out in Scottsdale just chilling out. They told me go on your vacation first and then come and get the surgery. Had a good friend of mine.
Did they do the sound vibration thing? Because that's my dad.
That's I wish I had that. So what they do is they they put an incision, which I have an incision here, and they stick a tube through your back into your kidney. They put a tool through there, and they start jackhammering at the stone, breaking it up, and then they suction it out.
Oh wow!
So I was in the hospital, but everything apparently had gone well. I got out the hospital the next day, and I was warned about the potential, rupturing of like vessels and stuff, like because they're going in blindsided with the tube, right? So lo and behold, I get out. I think out of the hospital on a Wednesday. Fast forward to the following Monday, I'm sitting there with a buddy of mine, Usman Khan from Philly. We're out at a restaurant in Patterson. I was just drinking a mint lemonade, and I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom. All right, go. Nothing's coming out. Like, I'm talking about number one, urine. Like, nothing's coming out. What the hell's going on? So I'm just like, something's messed up because my bladder's full. Like, I gotta go, but it's not making its way out.
Wow.
So I started seeing blood, like, because I was really forcing it, like clotty blood. Called the doctor. My doctor is like a friend, so I have his cell number. I called him. What's going on? He's like, you know what? Come down to the ER. I'm gonna have my urology team look at you right away. All right, get down. Boom, boom. They get in there, stick a catheter in to relieve me. Find out blood clots. I had a bunch of blood clots in my bladder. That think about a sink, right, where you have garbage piling up. And then the water can't get through the drain, right? So that's exactly what was going on. The blood clots from Wednesday, from whenever I was bleeding, my kidney was bleeding out for like a few days.
Wow.
And just the blood, So, I could have pretty much died, So, but they got me in time. It took them a few times of sticking the catheter in, pumping. Like, they would put the saline into the catheter, suck it out, empty it out into this container, and you just watch all the clots like they're taken out of your bladder, like manually.
Wow.
They're taking it out. And then they'll take the guy, all right, go try to pee on your own. Didn't work. They did it again. Came point. So I went in on a Monday, right? That same Monday. Think it was Wednesday-ish. Oh, and by the way, they had to go patch it up. So Tuesday, interventional radiologist did a procedure where they go up your artery. Like, they knock you out. They go up your artery, and they have to coil the kidney, my right kidney. So now my kidney, like part of it and the right, it's not functional now. So they coil it, whatever. People live on one kidney. So that went fine. They coiled it, and they want to make sure it was patched up, right? It's like they're putting a patch on this. So again, they do the whole procedure to pump the catheter and take all the clots out, and then they were like, "Yo, we're gonna have to send you home with the catheter like attached to your leg, like the pouch." Like, I ain't going nowhere with a thing sticking in my with a thing on my leg. Like, we're gonna fix this right here and right now. I'm telling you right now. I'll freaking sue this place. So they're like, all right. So they're like, okay. So they kept me there, and then my friend Sammy, who was a urologist, came by, and he goes like, Sameer, I'm gonna do this one last try. Let's say Bismillah. I'm gonna pump you again and see what we can get out. Because what they do is they're watching to see if it's clear, like the fluid. As it's getting clear, then you know that the bleeding stopped. But if it's red, they know it's still bleeding. So I'm like, it got clear. He goes, all right, I'm gonna fill you up now. Like, he filled up my bladder. He said, go pee on your own now. Let's see. And I'm like on a Thursday that happened. Now they're like okay with discharging me. For some reason, a few hours later, and I struck a fever of like 102.7, and they're like, we can't let you go now. You have to stay because you have such a high fever. So now I'm here Thursday night, still at the hospital. Friday rolls around, fever's under control. I normalize by like 4:00 Friday. They're like, if you feel all right, you're okay to go. Yeah, I was like, yeah, I want to get out of here. Like, I've been here this whole week. And mind you, like, my job really doesn't know what's going on because I called my boss. I'm like, look, I don't know what's going on, but I'm in the hospital and I don't know if I'm coming back out. So that was that Friday. And then my doctor put me on a short-term disability. He's like, you need to relax and just heal inside because the kidney, like, I had two things back to back, man. And another experience, I mean, within this whole process I had was coming out of anesthesia after the first thing when they did the initial procedure was I went in, like, I was talking, I came out, everything was cool. And then all of a sudden, like, I just blacked out. And all I heard was voices, like, from a distance. Like they were saying, squeeze my hand, squeeze my hand. That's all I heard. But it sounded like the doctor was, like, a mile away. Like, echoing. And I just heard like a bee, like flatline, like everything went dark for like, I would say at least 30 seconds.
Wow.
And I was just like, and then, I mean, I'm gone. Like, I don't know, like, I died essentially, I felt like. And I don't know whether that's what happened, and, they won't tell you, but I was able to talk to one of my friends, Faraz, shout out Faraz Sayed, who's an anesthesiologist. I was like, yo, this is what happened.
They overdosed you.
Yeah. No. So what happened, they took the oxygen out, your mask or whatever, however they keep you, breathing. They took it out really quick, the tube. And I still had propofol in the system. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, yo, you're not breathing. You got knocked out. So now you don't have a breathing mechanism. So they did what they had to do and get me back. But alhamdulillah, they got me back. And my friend Faraz like, so what was real? Was Islam real? He's just messing with me. That's what he said. Like,
what a question!
I was like, I didn't get that far into death, I think, but like. He goes, yeah, that's what happened. Whatever. So we laughed about it, and he's a jokester.
Real. But you know what? One thing that is worth mentioning, I think, is that there's people that eat a lot more meat than you probably ever have. Yeah, and nothing's ever happened to them. So there's we think that we have control over our lives, but we have no idea what's happening. It's all from the
Going
rahmah of
on.
Allah that whatever
Yeah.
happens. And
Yeah,
man, you took it like
absolutely.
a champ, man. Congratulations, dude.
Yeah,
You know,
man. So, it's changed my outlook a lot on life. I've been through a lot in my life, and this was probably one of the like worst things that I've kind of experienced. Where, I've been through, divorce, and so it's just like, like this tops everything. Like the fact that I'm alive and I woke up and all that. I'm thankful every day I get up. Like
that's
it's
impressive.
I was telling the people I was like, we're all alive and be happy. You don't know, like
Yeah, man. I've had multiple shoulder surgeries.
really,
Yeah,
okay.
from snowboarding accidents and stuff.
Ooh,
So, yeah, I know exactly that
Yeah.
the fear and being like helpless and
I remember that. I remember when he was on painkillers.
yeah, dude, oxycodone, bro. Like
oh, I love that stuff.
I love that stuff. You know what was even crazier when they put I don't know what it was, but there was some stronger stuff they put through the IV.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, you
man,
just push
like,
a button and it injects that.
I'm telling you, it was like the best feeling,
Oh,
and I
man.
know why people get addicted, but I
was just telling the nurse, I'm like, hey,
I still got my bottle of oxy.
yeah. I'm in a lot of pain. Press that button again.
Yeah, the more
Go ahead, push that.
yeah.
But does it numb it completely?
Man, you feel like a rush.
Yeah,
you
you feel a rush and you get like a little headache too.
Yeah.
So is that what heroin is basically
feel
supposed
like,
to be like?
that's the whole
Laudanum,
description of
was it
heroin.
Laudanum? Something
Opium.
it was called. Yes,
Opium.
Dude, I don't even know the name of these drugs, but like, yeah, man. But yeah, that's what it changed my whole perspective on life.
So one thing
man.
that I remember we were talking that you were saying that people were still, because that's how I found out through your Snapchat that you were in the hospital.
Yeah.
But you said restaurants are still hitting you up like, "Hey, dude, when you coming through?"
Yeah,
Like, they were, like, real
man.
insensitive.
No respect. I mean, it's not any of the restaurants I really go to. It was one restaurant that just kept hitting me up, and I'm like, you realize you're watching my Snapchats. You see me laying in bed. You want me to come to your restaurant and eat your greasy ass food? Sorry, excuse my language.
You all good?
So yeah, like
worry.
seriously, like how about like, yo, man, I hope you feel better, that kind of thing,
Right.
No, man, people don't. They don't
People
care,
don't
bro.
care.
Selfish people, bro.
Yeah. So I'm going through your Instagram before
Yeah.
our show starts, and
Yeah.
I've always been a subscriber of your stuff, and
Sure.
I just kind of wanted to just
Appreciate it.
just get an idea of some things that we could talk about. But all over your Instagram, you're meeting all kinds of insane people, and
Yeah, man.
I'm like
yourselves, mashallah.
Did you meet
We're at
DJ
the Mad
Khaled?
Mamluks.
Your career
A few
your,
times. Yeah.
DJ Khaled, really?
he just casually says a few
A
times.
few times.
And you went to the Oscars or something, or the Grammys?
No. So I was it was a Grammy after party, Universal sponsored event. So I mean that was crazy. I had even the most religious folks being like, "Yo, what's up, man? Dave Chappelle, bro. Like, come on, our Muslim brother." I gave salams to him, gave him a big hug. I said, "Yo, man, you got me through high school and college, man. I got your DVD collection." I told him, I was like, "Wow, I've been waiting for a moment to meet you, and finally here it is."
Wow.
So he was like, "Oh, I appreciate it, bro." And Mo Amer was there tonight. He headlines. He pretty much he opens up for him.
Right.
Oh, for Dave
For
Chappelle?
Dave Chappelle, yeah, he travels. So I told him, I'm a friend of Mo Amer's too. He's like, yeah, Mo's in the building. He's here. I just saw him. And I'm like, all right. And then he showed up like 2 minutes later.
Nice.
But yeah, man, he's good people, man.
How do you end up meeting all these people?
I have friends that are like in the industry, connected, that I've been friends with for a while. So
We just have Mahin here.
it's just
He's a little
who
bit
you roll
connected.
with,
Right.
It's and I'll tell you, that night I did not know I was gonna meet Chappelle, I was gonna meet Trevor, I was gonna see Erykah Badu. I met Eve from Rough Riders. A lot of people were at that party, man.
What's so funny is that you meet like real celebrities,
Yeah.
and they're pretty cool people.
Yeah.
Now, in our Muslim community, you have some celebrities, quote unquote. And these guys think because they have like 100,000 followers,
Yeah.
they blow you off like, hey,
Oh, do you know Imam Sahib Web too?
Oh yeah, we dude, we go way back.
You guys
Yeah.
eat together and stuff too?
MCA did actually when he got back from Uzzer.
yeah,
You should ask him, who did he meet? It was me and my brother. We literally took him shopping.
Mashallah.
Like, we took him to GNC to get supplements. We took him shoe shopping so he can get his kicks at DSW and Paramus.
That's
And then
funny.
we
so you
went
guys
and
help
we had...
change his wardrobe now.
Yo,
You guys are
man,
the
the
most
guy came
responsible.
with sandals and thobe, man.
Sheikh Amr and Suhaib were buddies in Azhar.
Awesome.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
Awesome.
So
He's a
when
few years senior to
when
me.
we
Sheikh
were
Amr,
just together the other night. We were having dinner.
when Sheikh Amr came back from Azhar, he was stuck with me, and I was just clowning on him the whole time
yeah?
about his wardrobe. I never took him to actual places to
Yeah, I
change
know.
his wardrobe. I just clowned on him.
I'm probably mad about that and this whole hot walk thing you never told me about.
Right.
You've
So
never,
live
you've
right
never
here.
been to Cheng's Hot Walk?
That was 2 Fridays ago.
Snaps.
Oh, I saw this picture. Yeah.
I was there too. He goes, "Yo, Sameer, take me somewhere decent, man. I'm tired of the."
He's a good man.
He's
a very good man.
He's a good guy.
is,
Because he lives in New York. He's local, man.
He
I'm
is,
like,
man.
He doesn't big time you. He'll always
doesn't.
give you
Nah,
your time of day.
real. He's real.
Plus, he
He's
talks real, and I
Real
always
talk.
tell those people I know I would
Real
get
talk.
opportunity, man. When I was sick in Egypt, he took care of me, man. He did a
Mashallah.
lot of my registration for me. The day that I was sick,
Yeah.
we had to register. He took me to register to go to Azhar.
Wow.
And I was so sick. I had a major stomach bug that time, and he just so
man.
patient with me all day. It was a hot day. He was walking
Yeah.
around with me, and he was. I know that I got underneath the skin because it was so hot. We were in traffic.
Yeah.
It was dusty and everything. He never said anything. No, relax. I'll take care of this.
Nice.
I'll take care of that.
Yeah,
And
that's
you know
just
how
how
he's
he
got
is,
connections with, like, even in Egypt, that guy, he's such a social
He's
guy.
connected. Yeah.
He's so connected. He knows all. He goes through all these people. He
Right.
just gets all the work done, man. Mashallah.
Mashallah,
Man. Allah
man.
reward him and preserve him, man.
I mean, yeah, no, he's a good brother. He's always been like an older brother to
He's a
me,
gentleman, dude.
you know. And I'm saying we've known him a while, like 2008 and 7, around that time when he
Mashallah.
got back. Yeah, because he did one of his first Al Maghrib classes in New Jersey.
Mm.
You know, he did that. You know, he was with them for a little bit, and you know. And I remember Muslim Matters actually wrote an article about him, or he kind of.
Was it an interview?
It was an interview, right?
Right.
And he shouted out my brother.
Okay.
He goes, Uzair the baller got me at the airport from Durba, you know. So it's an old article. If you Google, I'm sure you'll find it in your archive
Mashallah,
somewhere.
man.
Yeah. No, good dude, man. So yeah, where were we? Celebrities.
Yeah, like how you
well,
meet people. You were talking offline though about like how when you're meeting people,
Yeah.
and this is kind of, I guess, how Sim alluded to that. I'm like a watered down version of you as far as like knowing people.
Yeah.
Like you met DJ Khaled, I met like Yasser Qadi. You know what I'm saying?
And then Yasser Qadi wants to meet DJ Khaled.
I think it always was like I just enjoy meeting people.
Yeah, I'm like
See,
a.
I don't like meeting people.
I'm not like I'm not trying to brag or anything. It's just I feel like I'm a master networker, and that's just how it comes off. You know,
See, with me, it's like I feel like I'm feeding into their ego, and especially like I'm really selective with who I want to approach.
Right.
And I feel like I can identify people who are humble,
Sure,
and
sure.
they realize their minuscule effect on the universe. Like
Yeah.
you're really not that.
The grand scheme of things.
Yeah, I know. You know
nothing.
you're not really a celebrity, even though you might have 100,000 followers on Twitter or whatever.
sure.
You know, so but that's just who I am. But I love like having guys like Maheen and yourself
You
there
have
because
to have them around.
Yeah, man.
I mean, you guys are people who get people to get to know each other. Like,
Yeah.
It's a special
I mean,
personality.
yeah,
too,
right.
man.
And the thing is, you gotta be genuine. Like you can't be a fake. Like I meet so many fake people, I could see them from a mile away.
right.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they'll be like, oh yeah, man, you know, I've been a fan since day one, blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, well, how come I don't see you liking any of my or commenting on any of my stuff? You know, like, what's up with that? You know, so then they want to shout out, and I'm like, man, get out of here. Like, you're just looking, you know. I mean, I'm not gonna mention names, but like, I know there was a few cats that were trying to do that, you know.
Right.
So
And I think that's one of the problems. I think just having a platform where you're commenting
Yeah.
on a lot of different people's work. I know we get stuck in that kind of situation where
Yeah.
we have so many people who
Yeah.
want to be on the show, and of course
Right,
that's
right.
such a huge compliment. Like, hey,
That's good, yeah.
I appreciate like you wanting to be on the show, but I have to know a little bit more about you as
About
well.
you,
You know,
right.
And I want to know like. Are you bringing something innovative?
Right, exactly.
Like when you're bringing people on Instagram or
Sure,
whatever
yeah.
restaurant you're reviewing, are they doing anything different that other people haven't done?
right.
right? So you're kind of like measuring a lot of different opportunities that you have because you have a limited amount of time.
Yep,
and just from my own perspective, just looking at
you're not going to waste your time on crap. You know?
Exactly.
So that's it.
And we're trying to set ourselves apart by having new innovative ideas, stuff like you're doing. You know,
yeah.
I mean, what you've done is really innovative and hasn't been done by a lot of other, Muslim people who are actually in the social media world, I guess.
I mean, still, it's been 8 years, and there's still nothing. As far as I know, there's no one else. I haven't heard of anyone else.
I'm curious to see
your space.
I'm curious to see if people
it requires a lot of time. That's why.
Well, are there people in like UK or anything doing something like that?
I mean, there's a lot of influencers. There's a lot of bloggers.
Have you been to UK?
I have not, and I know that's a heaven for halal food. So.
Right. And we have a lot of UK fans, so make sure you try it out
absolutely. We exactly, and I get hit up from UK. I get hit up from people. You know, I'll get messaged, oh brother, when you come, Aerosol, Muhammad Aerosol, the graffiti artist.
Right.
Yeah, he told me, man, anytime you decide to come out, man, let him know. He's got me, like, whatever. So I plan to go out there one day.
I think the genuine point I want people to take away from this exchange right here is that you've got to be genuinely interested. Because, like, I was telling somebody, I was talking to a coworker, because I'm always talking to coworkers about through the podcast, but also how you meet people and this person or that person, right?
Yeah.
And how do you know about all these people? I'm like, you're always, because I was like, one thing I was like, I genuinely enjoy if I can link up to people.
Yeah.
And like, what if they become better friends than you? I'm like, I don't care. Like, I don't have time to be best friends with everybody every season of my life.
No, absolutely not.
You know, and I think
that's
I got that from
interesting.
you.
I've heard that people say it before. What
seasons?
I heard people say, what if they become better friends than you? I was like, people actually care about that, dude?
No one cares. Like, I don't care.
No, but there's people actually care about that.
That's like grade school mentality, man.
No, I know. It is grade school. It's like, I'm linking two people. I love linking two people up. Oh, what if they become better friends? I always thought that was so weird. Like, why do you want me to care about that? Why are you telling me this? Why are you showing me these cards? Dude?
Well, example, right? Last week, you couldn't make it. I know you had family in town, but Sheikh Yusuf Rios was in town, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know Sheikh Amr met him back in the day. And so I just want to have, like, I actually get pleasure out of seeing two people like that, like, reunite.
That's awesome. That's beautiful.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See, there is a very good person deep down in there. Don't listen to what they say about you.
Deep down in Mahin's black heart.
No, but like,
no, he does.
I want to give, like, because we got food here and it's getting cold.
Yeah,
but,
let's
like,
do it.
Sameer, when I came to New York for back a few months ago, I think you like really went out of your way to show me hospitality. I really recognize that.
I do that for anybody who I know. I've been rocking, like, I'll do that for anybody. And anybody who's come around my way, they know that.
And honestly, it's like it had been a minute since we did that.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know we linked up last year in Chicago when when Amara Shukri was around.
Absolutely.
But I was like, sometimes in my head, like, because a lot of times I'll go to someone's town that I know. Sure. And they're just too busy for you. And I was like, this guy is really, and I know you're busy.
Oh, yeah. No, I look, I mean, I don't, if you come, we'll figure it out.
Right.
I came here, we figured it out, right? So, like, that's it, bro. That's it, man. If you really want to do something or see something, you'll do it, man.
So, on that note, the Mad Mom looks are blowing you off. There's a reason, too.
Yeah,
we don't want you to stop. Like,
or there's a reason they're not responding to your DMs
or your emails. Like,
stop
we want to come on.
You know who responds to all those? It's me. It's not Mahin.
Yeah.
He tries to delete them before you see them.
Yeah, no, but like, man, with the connection, you just got to be genuine. You got to be yourself too. You can't be somebody you're not.
Right.
That's how I'm myself. People know, like, in the people that get me into places, not get me, like, I just happen to be there, are non-Muslims. Like, one of my best friends, shout out B. Howard, Brandon Howard, he's like a brother, man. Like, he's gone out of his way anytime there's a situation to, show up either to even a little birthday guy. He's a recording artist, so he would be in the middle of a studio session. He'll drive if I'm in LA to come see me, and just have a quick dinner or whatever. So people like that, and that's why he keeps me around, because he's very well connected as well. He's the guy that got me into the.
Yeah.
He's like, hey man, we're rolling out. I'm like, all right, where are we going? He's like, just button up, meaning rock a suit, dress nice. Showed up, met him at his hotel. I was with another artist Okay, Nick Hassam, Hizzy, he goes by, who's the stepson of Steve Wynn. You know, the multi-billionaire, the Wynn Hotels.
Yeah.
I was with his stepson. He was in my car, plugged his phone in to listen to let us listen to his music. So I was rolling with him. You got him, right? The stepson, Brandon, and another friend of mine, Pat. We roll in. I don't know where we're going. Like, we just show up. Guy comes down, gets us. We go upstairs. It's a nice bougie party, Universal. We got these little cards that get us in.
Not a strip club.
No, man. This was like a classy event, like high rollers. Like Quincy Jones was there. Who else? I met a couple cats. There's a Palestinian dude, Ghazi. He started Empire Records.
Right.
Real successful guy. Met him. Who else? So Eve, I mentioned, Rough Riders, you know, Swizz Beats, uncle, you know, who's, you know, I mean, I've met Swizz Beats a couple times too. Real good dude. Again, through the same circle. Like, we all roll together.
And then you got the NFL circle. You got Ryan Harris.
Then you got Ryan Harris, Hussein, and Hamza. Yeah, man. Those guys are good brothers, man. And then now, me and O'Day talk a lot. Abushi from the Seahawks.
Okay.
So, yeah, me and him have become, like, good friends over text and social media.
I thought you were talking about O'Day Hussein. I wasn't sure.
No, O'Day, he was on the Jets.
Saddam's son.
Oh, no.
Uday
Yeah.
Kosei.
Oh, God. I forgot about that, O'Day. No.
My bad, dude. My bad. I had to say it.
All right.
Damn, yo. No, man. So,
Okay.
no, man.
All right, mashallah. Well, mashallah.
Yeah.
Samir, jazakallah khair for coming through.
Yo,
man.
wayakum, man.
Gentleman,
Wayakum,
true
man.
gentleman, dude.
Thanks for having me, and I'm glad we were able to.
And obviously, people know where to find you on social media. Samir
Yeah,
Eats,
He's
man.
exactly like he is
Sameer's-
on camera. He's no different, dude.
At
man.
Some
Sameer's
people
Eats.
change for the camera. This guy's like exactly the same.
Yeah,
He's
bro.
not- yeah, it's awesome.
Sometimes it's awkward, but you know.
No, you do what you gotta do, man.
Smooth, man. It was smooth. We get smoother as we do more of these things. So
Mashallah.
Sameer's Eats on
Yeah, man.
Instagram, and are you on
Twitter
Samir with two
and-
E's.
Yeah, two E's. So add in an SAMEERSEATS. I also say Sameer Seats.
Ah,
See,
there
That's
you
another
go.
way.
All right.
Sameer
So,
Seats.
All right, man.
well, for our listeners out there, if you have any questions or comments, you can email us at themadmamluks@gmail.com. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook. Give us a like. Follow us on Twitter. Leave us a 5-star review on iTunes and subscribe via iTunes, Podcast Addict, or Stitcher if you're on Android. For our special guest Samir from Sameer's Eats and my co-host Sheikh Amr Saeed and Sim. This is Maheen signing off for the Mad Mamluks. Assalamu alaikum.
Wow, all right, man. That's a wrap.